send the red at 7 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Solmaz.
How do you explain when things don't go the way you assume to? Or better, how do you explain when others, they're able to achieve things that seems to defy all the assumptions? For example, Apple, the computer company, it's years after years after years, they're in the market. They're top innovative computer company. They're inspiring the competitors. All of competitors are following them. Why is it that? And yet, it's just computer stuff. My fellow Toastmasters and our very most welcome guests, tonight the goal of my speech is to make you familiar with a pattern that all of successful people, leaders, companies, they have been thinking, acting, communicating through this pattern. And that's why they are inspiring others and they are successful. It's probably the simplest pattern and idea in the world. And it's called the golden circle. It's the circle with 3 layers. The first one is what, second is how, and the third is why. Let me define the terms very quickly. 100%, meaning that every single person on the planet knows what to do. There are some know how to do it, but very few people know why to do it. And by why, I mean the purpose, your belief, your cause, the reason. Why do you get off the bed every morning? And why should anyone care? We go from outside in. We go from the clearest part layer to the fuzziest. But those small percentage of people on the planet who are really successful and are inspiring people all over the world, they go from inside out. That's the reason they communicate, they act, they think different. Let me explain it with a very successful example. In the summer of 1963, 250,000 people showed up in Washington to listen to Dr. Martin Luther King's speech. There was no website, there was no invitation sent out, there was no Facebook, Twitter, any other things that I'm not updated with. None. How do you do that? Dr. King was not the only person in America who was suffering from the racism. He wasn't the only person who was not happy with the unfair rules and rights there. But he had a gift. He didn't go around in America, all over America, to tell people what they need to change. He told them what he believed. I believe he told every single person. And people who believe what he believed, they went out, they were inspired, right? They went out and they talked about the same belief. They were not treating each other. They were not messaging on Facebook. There was no cell phone, no public telecommunication, nothing. It was just beliefs. So we can see the effect. So some of them, they found some kind of functional way to find other people to talk and tell them clearly what's their belief about America. So that was the result when 250,000 people showed up at the same place, same time, same date. And the question here, how many of them showed up for him?
No one.
No one. Zero. None. They showed up for themselves. They showed up for their beliefs. Right? They showed up for the way they were thinking about America. It wasn't about black versus white. 25% of audiences were white. It was about their beliefs. And by the way, he did give the speech of, I have a dream, not I have a plan. So that was the reason they were there. They were just for themselves. We all get inspired with people because of them ourselves, not because of them. We follow people, we follow leaders. Nevertheless, what size of the company it is it Apple or anything, because of ourselves. People who start with why are those who inspire people. And there are those who find others to inspire them. So here you are tonight. The golden circle is a gift from me.